Hi guys, welcome to a beautiful day in South Wales and to my morning walk. And it's really still and quiet, well, apart from the noise of industry in the background. And I thought I would just have a little chat with you. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about this morning at all. So let's just see what comes up. And I'm just thinking about, right, okay, this is going to be really random. I'm thinking about Ezekiel at the minute and how Ezekiel's vision, how often he would say that things were like something, like unto. So what is that telling us? It's telling us that he was having a transcendental kind of experience when he was having his visions, and perhaps that's a universal truth, that when we are having insights of higher worlds and transcendental concepts, all we can describe them as are things that are like things that we know in everyday life. Because everyday life is our only real frame of reference. We can only describe to other people and even to ourselves. When we bring back our revelations and our realizations, when we try and integrate the truth of what we have learnt when we go out on our spiritual journeyings, out. I don't mean going out as in reading books and attending seminars or gatherings. I mean when we go outside of ourselves into the other worlds. The only way that we've got of bringing our experience back is to convert it into something that we can think about, that we can contemplate on afterwards, that we can use to anchor our realization in our everyday existence. So we have to make transcendental truth digestible to our logical minds and our mundane everyday mode of thinking and mode of consciousness. And so that's what was happening with Ezekiel when he would say, he would talk about wheels that were covered in eyes, and he would talk something that appeared like a throne upon which sat the likeness of a man. And he talked, didn't he, about the holy living creatures of having four faces, and that they went in any direction that they wanted and they didn't turn. And that the spirit of the living creatures was also in the wheels, and that the wheels did whatever the living creatures did. And when we read it now, we think, well, we try and build up a logical sort of construct of what he was describing. But he was only describing what he saw like that because it was the nearest thing that he could anchor his experience to. And I think we always have to realize that when we gain our insights, our real insights, when we actually touch the higher world, when we touch the infinite, when we get those moments of knowing, gnosis of the knowing that isn't in your head, it's in every cell of your being, that multi-sensory, multi-dimensional experience, which I think is the Da'at experience of the Kabbalist, that what we are then representing to ourselves isn't it. It's an approximation of it. It's a reflection of it in the physical world, in the manifest world. So what that means to me is that when I come back with my realizations of truth, I have to always look beneath that. And a little phrase that keeps coming to me time and time and time again, and I didn't read it, it's just something that has come into my awareness as I go on my journey, is that I must always look for the actual and not the apparent. Things are not what they appear to be, they are more. Everything around me is more than it appears to be. Now, how do I know this? Well, because everything is as it is around me because of the limitations of my eyes, the limitations of my sense of touch, the limitations of my sense of smell. I only see within the confines, the limitations of my senses. All of this reality would be very different if I had the eyes of the microscope, if I had the eyes of a telescope, if I had the eyes of an X-ray machine or an MRI scanner. My reality would be very, very different. So we must always realize that, I think, that what we are seeing is the apparent, not the actual. We must go deeper, always deeper. And it's made me realize, okay, that for me, because we're all different, but for me, the place of enlightenment is not out there. Spiritual truth for me is not out in the world around me. It's not in the books that I read. It's not in the videos that I watch. Now, that's not to say that there's not going to be some really helpful hints and pointers that can nudge me in the right direction, but no. Knowing, spiritual knowing, is never outside of us, it's always within us. We have to go within us to find the mysteries of existence. And I really believe that if we find out the mysteries of ourselves, if we truly understand the meaning of the Hermetic axiom, know thyself, at least I think it's Hermetic, know thyself, we know why that's so important, because when we know ourselves, we will know everything. Because we are a mirror. We are the microcosm. We are a mirror of the macrocosm, of the vast expanse, of the great out there, of the whole cosmos. Everything follows a pattern, as above, so below. Know thyself, and you will know everything. And that's how we know ourselves, by going in to the depths of ourselves, into the dark, secret places where the light hasn't yet shone. Bringing everything of ourselves into the light of understanding and realization. The mysteries of existence are the mysteries of ourselves. And if we want to know them, we must know ourselves. Right, I'm going to go now because my arm is dropping off. Okay, see you guys soon. Bye.